Welcome to Against Medical Advice. I'm your host, Jimmy Diamond. The identity and location of the following recording has been changed to protect the anonymity and confidentiality of the clients. The views and opinions of speaker do not directly reflect those of the podcast. The following is a live recording of real people struggling with addiction and trying to seek recovery. This is for educational purposes only. We hope you enjoy.
Right here in your lap.
Okay.
Mark's gonna go first.
No, I'll go over it. Especially
Alright.
since he said don't.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ladies first, so I'll start with Barb. You know, you're my favorite. Definitely. Are you gonna be coming to the CA still?
Yes.
Okay. Well, then that's good.
Every Monday.
Alright. Well, at least I can see you there.
Yes.
You're a great person, and I know you had a little minor slip up and you ended up back, but you're the longest here, so I think that goes to show you want to be sober.
Yeah.
You don't have to be here, and you come still. So, but I know you got it. And in the coin, it's difficult because I know you got confidence, but I'm gonna go ahead and put confidence still. Confidence in your sobriety when you get out of here. And self-love. I feel like you love yourself, but just a little bit more. I think we all need a little bit more self-love. So yeah, that's for you. Nathaniel, my brother. Great guy, everybody. He's a great guy. I mean, I can't count how many times this man will make food and I go get a plate for him and he's like, no, I already ate. So he literally just makes food for us. That's a great guy. Every night.
You gotta eat.
Every night. And he's always like, it's like he can sense your, like, every just emotion, because he's always gonna ask, you good today? You alright? That's a good dude. I think that you definitely need confidence, so I'm gonna put self-love and confidence in there for you too. Trust yourself. You got it. You definitely got it. But you gotta know you got it. I think you got an idea, but I also think you're scared. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. You got it, man. That's it.
Alright. Barb, I think you're great. You're sweet, you're kind, you're funny, you're always smiling. You make me happy. And I really do wish the best for you. I know it's, not always easy, but it's part of the game, right? We're gonna do it, but it's not goodbye. I'll still see you around, right? Is this your husband?
He's my man.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
Might as well be.
Congratulations on your new Barb. I'll say that kind of corny thing that people say. But, I guess watch out for, I say this a lot, but it's because I think about it a lot too, but just watch out for those shitty days, they're gonna come. Yeah, we just gotta push through them because, the sun will come back out one day, so just watch out for that. And, just stay strong and do your thing because you're awesome.
You got a good woman on your hands.
And Nathaniel, yeah, man, gonna miss you a lot. It's been awesome hanging out with you, talking with you. Sometimes a 10-minute talk with you, I get more out of that than I did however long we spend here every day. And I really appreciate that, and I thank you for that. I said it earlier, I'll say it again though, I think me and him might starve without you around. But that's not, again, appreciate it, but that's not, that's not the most important thing about you. You're an awesome guy. You deserve a lot more than you think, and it's gonna come to you, man. It really will.
Definitely.
So, watch out for telling yourself that it's not gonna come, because it's easy to do that. You've been through some shit, but it's made you who you are, and I think you're great. So, just good luck out there, and hopefully we can chat still sometimes.
I'll be back.
Yes, sir.
Miss Barb, from the moment I met you, you just lit up the room. It was at my first CA meeting 2 weeks ago, and right when I met you, I was like, there's something about this woman. And you just light up every single room, truly. Like, you're always so positive and just make everyone feel so special. Like, even from our first meeting, it wasn't like I was meeting a stranger. It was like I was seeing a friend again. And that just made me feel so comfortable. And for you, I put in this coin just to believe in yourself. It's gonna be hard sometimes, and don't let the hard knocks stop you from just staying on course and being you, because you are strong and you are smart and you are wise, and everything that you've learned and built here, like, it doesn't just stay here. Like, I know you're gonna take it wherever you go and be strong, and again, like, just believe in yourself, because you're gonna do amazing and you rock. And Nathaniel, thank you so much for always making me feel so special. You made my birthday so special. Thank you for giving me a cake. Thank you for always lifting me up. Even when, I put up my mask and I'm like, I'm so happy, and you see right through it. And I want to put into this coin confidence in yourself for you, just like you put confidence in me. And don't let what other people say define who you are, and don't let other people's words validate or invalidate how you feel, because all that matters is what you want to do, who you are, believe in who you are. Like, you are so good and you deserve so much good, and don't ever forget that. You are amazing, and I'm so proud of both of you.
Barb, I think you are great. I think you're so warm and kind and welcoming, and you bring such a good energy and joy and spirit to the room. So I'll put in this coin for you to give that same warmth and love to yourself that you give to all of us every day, and just strength and encouragement to yourself back. I think you're going to do great. And Nathaniel, I also think you bring such like a positive energy to the room, and you're so welcoming, and you show such a strength, and just to continue down that same path. And then when you do speak, everybody listens. What you say has so much power and meaning behind it. You're not talking just to talk. You put thought behind it, and it carries so much wisdom. And I really admire that. I think it's a great quality to have. So I'll put continued strength and progress and growth, and just to believe in yourself. And I think you got it. You're gonna do great.
Hi Barb, I'm Laurel.
Hey, Laurel.
I guess I'm gonna get lucky enough to see you every Monday night at the meetings, so I hope to get to know you more. All positive things over here, so I think the thing I'm gonna put into this is forgiveness. Not for others, for yourself. So, and then really don't know if I wanna give you a takeaway since you got a lot more days than me. But forgiveness is what I'm gonna give you on the takeaway too. Cautions. Okay. Nathaniel, I've only known you for a few days, but you have been so welcoming, fun to talk to. I guess our smoker group is getting less and less. I'm gonna be the only one left. I wish for you confidence and peace, and the takeaway is early sobriety takeaway. There's so many things you can do. Self-love. Just don't give up on self-love.
Cool.
Alright.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Barb, you, I think, were the very first client I met when I first came here. November? I don't know, so long ago. But you stood out to me because you were a warm, bright, kind heart. And you just asked me who I was and how I was doing. And that really, I was intimidated, and that really put my guard down. And I appreciated that. And I remembered you when I came back from Rome, and you were here, and I just saw a change in you you seem more confident, and you seem just with each passing day like you've got this more and more. And so I'm proud of the resolve you have, and also your authenticity. You're not afraid to say, you know, when you might, you ask honest questions because you want the real answers, and that's a really good gift. So I gift you continued resolve because I think I can see it in you that you have that, and caution against forgetting what really matters, because I feel like we often can do that when, you know, life gets in the way. Just remembering all the good that you have right now in this moment, and you can have and will continue to have. So,
Good. Thank
um,
you.
and I have something for each of you in here. It's just still drying because someone slept in this morning.
Is
They're
it
not
a
shoes,
shoe?
they're my rocks. I always, yes. And Nate, I'm gonna really miss you. I don't realize if you know how big your heart is. Like truly. From cooking for people to like making that bonfire, how dedicated you were to just continuing the nice, you know, flames and collecting all that wood. And your sense of humor is hilarious. I was laughing all the way here on the van today, and I was just like, oh my gosh, this is why I miss van rides, because this guy is just so funny. But you have one of the biggest hearts of anyone I've ever met. That's truly the case. And you have so many talents as well, like from your music to just even cooking. Like you really, truly, I think, sell yourself short. So I gift you the knowledge of just how special you are, and how much you matter to others, as well as, you know, to you. I hope you will to yourself and see just how incredible a person you are. I also want to gift you a beacon in the storm. What I mean by that is when life gets rough, because it always does, I want you to have a sense of peace, knowing that it will pass. Because I know it's nice in this bubble, everything feels comfortable, but truly when we get out there, I want you to know that there is calm there when life gets tumultuous. So I think you got this. I'm really proud of you. I'm so honored to have met you. And thank you for all of the laughs and the fun times.
Keep it going, dude.
Yeah.
Barb, I know it's been said a bunch now, but you were one of the first people to greet me and introduce yourself to me when I first came, and you had such a warm smile and just a warm spirit. It really did make me feel a lot more comfortable coming in, because I was scared when I came here out of Rome, and so I think it speaks volumes that, you know, you experienced that fear too, and you wanted to make other people comfortable, so they didn't have the same, you know, fears of being scared like that you did, and it just shows that, you know, you have a deeply caring heart about others, and I think that's just absolutely beautiful. In this coin, I put perseverance. You know, it's a long, you know, it's like they say, it's a marathon, not a sprint. And so just to persevere, even when times get tough, when, you know, you're having bad days. So I put perseverance. And what I would say to look out for is just justifications and excuses. You know, we all struggle with that. It's, you know, one of those things that sometimes we just try and find that easier, softer way. And so just, just justifications and excuses. Watch out for those. Nathaniel, I just adore you. You are one of the most generous, loving people I've ever met. You know, you really do seek to take care of the people around you, and even if it's people you don't know. You know, I didn't know you very well when I first got here, but one of the things that really stood out to me was when we went to the food pantry and you gave your rotisserie chicken away to somebody that you thought needed it and needed it more than you. And you bought baby formula with your food stamps to try and, you know, take care of other people.
Still with him.
Still have it.
That's just his youthful
I
secret.
forgot to turn around and give it to the guy.
It's a thought.
But you were giving up, you know, the things that you could have gotten for yourself for people you didn't even know. And you're, you know, you really do seek to care and take care of the people around you. And so what I put into this coin, you know, is grace. Give yourself grace. You know? You deserve it. And you deserve, you know, even when things are hard, to be able to forgive yourself. And give yourself the same love and care that you give others. What I would say to watch out for is just, I don't have like a single word, it's more of a statement, but watch out for like other people that are gonna bring you down. And don't let those people get you too much in your head and pull you down. You will be incredibly missed, and Barb, you will too. And I'm so proud of both of you for your journey here, and yes, we will all miss you so much.
This is the second week in a row we're having two huge parts of this community graduate on the same day. But we hate to see you go. We will miss both of you dearly, but we also love to see you guys go out, spread your wings, and do amazing things. So Barb, it has been an honor to be able to spend time and get to know you. You are such a sweetheart. You care for people. You know the right questions to ask, and you always want to know more, and that's something I really admire and respect. And I want to put into this coin grace and self-grace, more specifically, because even if you do stumble and fall, just give yourself the strength to get back up, because it doesn't matter how many times you fall, it matters how many times you get back up. Nathaniel. What's up? Oh man, you were one of the ones that were here even before I was here, so that it's strange to not have you here, but again, you are so kind. You have a huge heart. I don't know how it all fits in there. And, again, like the thing with the bonfire, you tended to that thing like it was your child, and that was amazing to see. And again, you care for people so dearly. You are hilarious too. Like every time on those van rides, you just have me cracking up. And again, in your coin, I want to put self-love and self-worth, because I remember in one of your creative caseloads you sharing about wanting to go off into the woods, and I want to caution, never do that. Please don't.
You don't know what you're missing. Damn, you guys are making it hard.
Because you would rob so many people of how wonderful a person you are. Go kick ass.
Gosh, it's hard. Barb, your exuberance, your joy is just pretty much unmatched. Like I could always count on a smile and just positivity from you, and it helped in so many ways. But in this coin, I put for you continued joy. Just keep that even when you're not maybe quite so much feeling it. So try to remember that, and that's part of who you are, and we all saw that. So I would just tell you to watch out for negative self-talk. That's a biggie, and it's a biggie for me too, but and that's how I knew. Just watch out for that, because that will take you down a road you don't want to go, so just watch out for that. But thank you for being here. Thank you for your part of the journey that you shared with me, so thank you so much. Nathaniel, my goodness,
generosity of spirit is something that I admire. You always had something to give, even when, like, I didn't feel like giving. Your hugs were beyond measure. But I just want to put confidence into this coin, confidence in yourself, and to watch out for that old nugget, complacency. Seems like we say that. In fact, I don't know that it's been said yet today, so. But that complacency and
That's real.
keep your eye on the prize. So you know what that is, and you know how to stay there. So, thank you for letting me get to know you.
Absolutely, my pleasure.
All right, thanks.
Alright, so, Barb, you know, we only known each other for a short time, but I've always appreciated your smile and your exuberance and how you just always seem to light up the room. You always have a good word for me, a smile, and you know, you care. I can actually feel that you do actually care, whether or not people around you. It's not just not talk. So that's good. And so I put in this coin your ability to stay genuine and always be the person that you are, and the happiness, and so that you can continue to shine. To look out something you look out for. Just look out for the day-to-day, you know, issues. Don't let them become, you know, deal with them. Don't let them become excuses or reasons. You know, fight them head on and tackle whatever issues come up, and we'll miss you. Nathaniel, man, solid guy, man. You know, every time we are outside, you know, we always have a good word for each other, man. You shoot straight from the hip. You tell me how you feel about things, and I like that, man. You know, so I got mad respect. I'm putting respect in here, man, because I respect you. And you know, I want you to respect yourself when you go out these doors and never pick up again or drink, you know, what have you. So I put respect in here, man, and what I want you to watch out for are people who don't respect you. If they don't respect you, get away from them quick.
Thank
Or, I mean, it's been said over and over and over, but you just look completely natural when you smile, because that's just the way you are. Not that, but to see you serious is to see the you know, just a glimpse of you deep in thought maybe, but ever since I've met you, I don't know, you're kind of a hugger at heart, and it's not necessarily that you walk up and hug people, but they felt hugged when you walked away, if that makes sense. I mean, I've gotten a lot of energy just from watching you in action and seeing that spirit, and I hope the best for you. And I have to echo what's been said as well. Just you've got so much life energy. Use it. I mean, exude it like you do, but then hold enough in for you to defend yourself. And I would say you going back out in the wild, but you're a wild thing. You can handle it. And I'm honored to have met you. And I hope to see you again someday, but I'll always have you in my heart. Nathaniel. Good man, Charlie Brown. I've been thinking a lot about you lately. You're about to go back out there, and you given it much thought, and you have the heart to bear it, and the mind to match. And it just, you've left again, over and over people have said how kind and giving, well, give to yourself too, and use that. I mean, you're full of love, so take in as much as you can, because you give out a lot. You know, don't drain yourself dry. So when you go out in the world, be strong, focus on the good, because otherwise it just weighs heavy on your soul, doesn't it? And remember, really listening to you recite to the letter 1 Corinthians 13, you're the greatest of these. And also Psalms 139 I give you.
Thank you.
All right.
Awesome.
Love you.
Thank you, brother.
Love you too.
Miss Barbara, you are one of the first people I met here as well, and very distinguished and beautiful, and your smile is contagious, and your warm heart is felt, like a lot of people have said, the moment you walk in the door. The moment you walk in the door, no one can be unhappy around you. With that comes a little bit of a burden, which is what I caution you for, because a lot of times when people are happy all the time, then it's like you go in your place and then you're not happy, and then I've got to be happy for everybody. You be happy for you. You be proud of what you've done. You take that happiness that you show everybody else and you show it to yourself. And don't worry if you have bad days, and talk to somebody. And just know that you're beyond just a smile. You're a wonderful, wonderful, beautiful human being who gives a lot to everybody that you come in contact with. I'm honored to know you. Nathaniel. You're one of the people that has impressed me the most. As we know, I went away for a while. Before I went away, again, I was watching you, because I tend to watch people and sort of try to, figure them out. And you were so quiet, and I wondered what was behind those eyes. And then when I came back from Rome the second time, you had opened up. And there was this whole, just like a different look about you. And you shared so much. And I was like, wow. And you were so wise. With things that you said, I was just, gosh, you're smart and wise, and the things you say, you're quiet because you're thinking. And you've got so much to say and so much to give. And so much wisdom I'm sure you've shared with these younger guys around you. And just continue to share. That's a wonderful thing. So that's just what I have to say is you're kind, and you're smart, and you're beyond smart, you're wise, like wise. And just remember how wise you are, and don't be quiet. Don't let people talk around you. You're wise. You say something that needs to be said, because a lot of people can be helped by you. So.
Pretty eyes.
Thank you. Thanks. So I wish you both the best of luck, and not luck. I wish you success, because luck will have something to do with it, but it's up to us working it, right? So, and I look forward to seeing you both at meetings sometimes. Okay.
I always get nervous whenever you well, first off, I just wanted to say congratulations to the both of you guys. Very great people in this room right now, but you guys in like specific are some of the brightest people that carry some weight in this room. So congratulations, guys. I'm very proud of you guys. I'm sure we all are. But first off, Barb, just like everybody else, basically, you were one of the first people that I talked to. Welcome me into the room, made me feel comfortable. I I just can't say anything that people haven't said about you already. You bring such a brightness to the room that is like impeccable. It's like you can't walk into the room and leave somebody feeling down. There is a smile and a brightness that shines, and it continues to do that the whole time you're here. I appreciate you just being here and bringing your presence, because if I'm ever feeling any type of way, I can just get a smile from you and it can just turn things around. So thank you for that. I want to put into this coin love from all of us. You give out a lot of the love, and I know that everyone says, like, you know, self-love is important too, which I'm sure you do great at sometimes too, but maybe you do need a little bit more self-love too, but just know that we're all here for you as well. And when you're having hard times, make sure you reach out to people. For me, that's something that's really hard for me to do, so I highly recommend and challenge you to do that. I think it'll be a great benefit for you. So thank you, Bart.
Thank you.
Nathaniel, it's the real man right here. I love this guy. Genuine, real, humble. You give it all every time you speak. And you have such a funny presence to you too. Like, you seem like such a quiet, reserved type of guy until you get to know you. You're like an amazing, warm soul, dude. Really like a gem, honestly. I love when you speak. You like make the whole world zone in. That's how I feel when you speak. It's just the way that you are actually real, and I feel like a lot of people aren't like that. You get extremely into everything that you say, and I can tell that you mean it, and that's something that I really admire about you. I want to put into this coin patience and perseverance for you. Patience, because it might seem like an extremely long journey, but if you take it day by day, it'll be fun. Perseverance, because when the times get hard, I want you to just keep doing it. You're doing a good job, but just make sure it doesn't stop you. And watch out for, I'm not gonna say complacency.
Sorry.
Watch out for like just people that bring you down, and more than that, watch out for that negative self-talk that you can have for yourself. It's really not worth the time and dwelling in. And focusing on your past isn't really gonna help your future. So just remember that and keep that in mind. You guys got this. Good luck. Well, I'm not gonna say you guys got this. I hate saying that to people. Good luck. Do what you need to do.
There you go.
Barbara, you know, for me, it's like youthful exuberance, and just, yeah, you're just a really nice lady, and that's a pretty rare thing these days, you know. So I just want you to understand that it's a gift for how nice you are and welcoming, and that organic energy you have is really amazing, and you should play to that strength. You're also the way you approach this recovery is your first go around, and it's almost like, again, I'll just say it's almost like, it's like a child taking it all in, you know? You're there with your notepad. I kind of always thought you're a little wide-eyed, you know, and I can see like things that hit home for you really affect you, and that's really the way to be, not closed off to this, is to be open to it, and that's an amazing way to go through this particular area of your life. The only thing I'd caution you to is whatever's kicking around in your head that had you booking hotels and staying in there alone, just kick whatever that is. I don't know what that is, you know, but get rid of that, you know. Yeah, you don't. I mean, I don't know. Hotels alone, the lobby, it's just bad. It's all bad.
The mini bar.
But you're really, yeah, didn't even make that wrong. You're really nice. You're a really nice woman. I wish you all the best. You know, take all God's blessings and, you know, accept them. Nathan, my man. What I got for Nate? I got Matthew Gospel of Matthew chapter 5 verses 13 through 16. You are the salt of the earth, but if salt has lost its taste, how shall its saltiness be restored? Well, here. It is no longer good for anything except to be thrown out and trampled under people's feet. You are the light of the world. A city set on a hill cannot be hidden, nor do people light a lamp and put it under a basket, but on a stand, and it gives light to all in the house. In the same way, let your light shine before others, so that they may see your good works and give glory to your Father who is in heaven. So for me, you're a salt of the earth type of dude. I just, that's the first thing that rings out. We've shared a little bit about our stories. It sounds like you've gotten a good slice of the pain pie, so that you don't need any more of that. You've got enough to build off of that, you know what I mean? You're very wise. Your humor is your comedic timing. You can go from this to the killer line. You know what I mean? That shit is awesome, bro. You know what I mean? So I want you to play to your strengths. I know that you got the HVAC thing. You've got some electrical knowledge. I'll be praying for your health issues to restore. That will come with some time. And you'll find yourself in where you need to be. I have no doubt about that. And you've got my number. Reach out if anything, okay?
Thank you.
Barb, hello. I'm gonna say the same thing as everybody else. You were one of the first people I met. I'm like sitting here wondering, like, is she actually the first person that everybody met, or do they just like remember her the most? Because you do have like this bubbly joy about you, and I like Daniel's use of the word like youthful. Like you have a way of like lighting things up, and just like bringing spunk to the room. And I think like your pink glasses like set like a perfect like vision of just like the bubbliness that you have about you. Clearly you're compassionate and empathetic, and I can see it both in all of my conversations with you as well as your relationships with other people in the room, and your continued attendance to the meetings on Monday night and showing up with Jenny, right? Bringing us all treats, and just caring, and like really when you have a question, you make sure that it gets spoken and that you seek your answer. And so don't lose your inquisitive nature, and keep your genuine relationships, because clearly you're a genuine person. And then one of the last things that I wanted to make note of is you might have the record long stay, which I don't know how long you've been here for, but it shows how invested you are. You're not here just to be here, you're not here just to check the box. You're here for the longevity, both in your stay and in your sobriety. And so I want to wish you put in your coin both endurance and longevity, and not forgetting how much you invested into this and yourself. What to look out for? I didn't think that far ahead. I'm going to second the basic word of complacency, because I think that's one of the easiest things to take people out, is being happy with where they're at, or forgetting all of the work that you did put in. And God knows you don't want to come back another time and have an even longer stay. I'd imagine your husband wants you around much, much more than you have been able to. But yeah, complacency. Nathaniel, for one, you're musically talented. That has nothing really to do with anything other than, like, that's a gift. Whether it's playing on Alan's keyboard, or it's guitar, or just singing, like, that really is a gift that not a lot of people have. And so foster that, use that as one of your copes, develop it, because you never know like where that can come in handy. And I'd imagine it's helpful in expressing yourself. And something that Josh mentioned and Susan was when we had the creative caseload, and you're up here. I don't even remember what your project was, You ended up talking about the woods, like it ended up being this ramble thing, but not a bad ramble. I think you really needed it, and that was what made the difference between the Nathaniel that was like quiet, always in the chair, wonder what's behind those eyes, to like actually enabling yourself to feel comfortable in the room, and to be sharing and to be authentic with us, and I'd imagine yourself as well. Cause kinda after that, I feel like it was this so like broadening of like, oh, this is the real Nathaniel. And so you really came out of your shell, and I feel like there was a lot of authenticity that followed after that, that is like priceless, both in your relationships, but in your authenticity to yourself, and to valuing your feelings, and therefore enabling yourself to feel the things that are on your mind and in your heart. I also, yeah, you're also deeply empathetic. I feel like a lot of, like, any conversation that I've had with you, you either have a way to relate or like a magical way of listening, which goes to show like how much you care about the others in your life. And like everybody said, like you have a big heart, and not everybody is built like that. And so that intermixed with your strength, I think, are two really important traits to never lose sight of, because they're two different things that make you into the beautiful human that you are. And when you're using, both of those are dulled down because they're being suppressed. And so at the end of the day, when you have your struggles and your temptations, I hope you can see them as like beautiful strengths. Because if you're using, like, you take away the space for those traits to exist. And you will lose sight of the prize. And so make sure that you never lose sight of who you were created to be. Ask for hugs when you need them, and let yourself feel the things. So in your coin, I put continued empathy and authenticity. And watch out for being your own like greatest demon, because it's all in that self-talk. Like I say, the problem exists between your 2 ears. And so, yeah, congratulations to both of you.
Thank you.
Hi everybody, my name is Jeanne, by the way. I know I'm still learning everybody in here, and I don't know the two of you just that well. But with these 2 coins, I would like to put in for the both of you, discipline and discernment. Just don't listen to those negative thoughts in your head, and please remember the small sacrifices now in the moment you're gonna reap a larger reward in the end. So just keep your eye on the prize and remember the bigger picture.
I like that.
And give them to Josh.
Okay, well, I wasn't here to hear what everyone else said, but I guess I'll start with Nathaniel. First of all, I just want to say I'm really proud of you, dude. Really proud of you. When I first got here, you were here. And the thing that I noticed about you right away is that you just are always like, I know maybe not internally, you might not feel this way, but externally you're just always so positive. Like, you just have this really positive presence. Like, you're a really positive person, and I think we need more people like that in the world, to be quite honest. I just think you're a really good person. I think sometimes it's hard for us to feel that way about ourselves, but I just hope that you know that everyone in this room thinks that you're a really fucking good person, man. And I think that you've added a lot to this room since I've been here. A hell of a lot. And I just hope that the momentum that you've gained over the last several months through this program, you just keep that momentum rolling, man. I think a lot of people in this room know what to do to stay sober, but it's one thing to know what to do, and it's another thing to do those things, right? Do those things every single day. And that's what we have to do, unfortunately, right? Like, we can't take a day off. Well, I think we all know that. So, so just keep doing the work, man. Keep doing the work, and more importantly than that, just keep being you. Because who you are is good enough. And again, I'm really proud of you. Barb. The thing I love about Barb the most is her smile. You have a beautiful smile. And same to you, I'm really, really proud of you. Apparently you broke the Guinness Book of World Records for the longest trip through here, which is impressive.
Or not.
But again, you have also added a hell of a lot to this room. And I know that you have a special place in the heart of every person in this room. You're certainly going to be really missed. But the same thing goes to you, you know? I think it's really, really, it's really easy once we get out of here to go back to our old ways and kind of lose the momentum that we get in these rooms. So just every day, do everything that you can so that at the end of the day, you're proud of the actions that you took that day. You know what I mean? I think for me, like, that's when I feel like I'm the happiest, is when I do all the, like, everything that I can that day. I do the hard work, even though I don't want to do it sometimes. I fucking do it, you know what I mean? And I do it because I know at the end of the day, I'm gonna feel happy, you know what I mean? I'm gonna feel good, I'm gonna feel better than if I didn't do those things, right? And it's all about momentum, and just keep doing that every single day. But I have every confidence that you're gonna have a ton of success outside of this program. And same thing to you, just always be yourself, because who you are is good enough. And yeah, I wish you nothing but happiness and peace. So, again, really proud of both of you guys.
All right, my Zoomers. Let's go with Tiffany first. Here's the coins. Go ahead and do your thing.
Miss Barb, like everyone said, you've been here forever. I think my first couple of days we played a game or something, and it was just really comforting and welcoming, like everyone said, to get to know you. I was talking to my parents last night, and I think one of the greatest experiences about all of this is to be around people who are like you and understand you and don't judge you. Because I think that a lot of us always have that constant, like, cognition in our minds that, oh, this person's thinking of me that way or this way, and I never got that from you, and I'm very grateful for that. So I just wish you happiness. You can tell by your commitment that you're going to succeed and do great. So just make sure you're always, looking out for yourself and doing that self-love and self-care as well. And then Nathaniel, I'm going to go with the creative expressions thing as well. That's the first thing I thought of when everyone started talking. I remember thinking in my head, oh my gosh, he has so much like hurt and pain in his heart. And it's kind of like one of those moments when you just want to get up and give someone a hug, but you could tell that they just need to get it off of their chest. And like Josh said, don't go into the woods. But ever since you did that, it's kind of like, I think it's been noted, everyone has seen you blossomed into a much happier person in regards to yourself and like everybody else. And that's a really great thing to see. This experience, I think for a lot of us, helped us find a deeper path within ourselves. And I just want both of you to remember that. And I just wish you guys both the best of luck. Like everyone else said, don't become complacent, especially when we're tired. I'm guilty of that as well. And, just keep your mind on the prize, and y'all both do great. You're both very determined and willing, and I just wish you guys the best.
Awesome. Miss Riss, here is the coins. Boom. If you're there. Yeah.
I'm here. I was kind of finish my makeup. Look at me, y'all. Like I'm from an African tribe. But I finished. I didn't get to experience you guys and get to feel the bond that everyone else seems to have developed with you guys. But I do wish you the absolute best of luck. Congratulations. This couldn't have been easy. It was definitely the hardest thing that I've ever done, but it's the most fulfilling, rewarding, happiest moment that I've ever experienced as well. Just remember, guys, when you go on your journey, you embark on your new things, that you're going to lose a lot of people along the way. Everybody's not going to be happy for you, but you got to remember the mind over matter, because if they mind, they don't matter, and the people who matter, they won't mind. And then just also remember that.
I like that.
I like that.
Remember that.
Huh?
I've heard the first part.
Oh, yeah, yeah. And just one last thing, I heard this before. Like people, we failed, we stumbled, we got lost along the way, but we stood again. And you don't actually drown by falling in the water, you actually drown when you stay there. So if you go along and you find yourself falling again, fall forward. Fall forward. Remember why you started. Remember how important it is that sobriety is for our health, the people that we love, and to ourselves, and learn from that experience. So don't drown, get up, stand again, go forth and be great. And you guys got this. Peace and love.
Wow, that was nice. Awesome. And Miss, now we're moving on to staff. Right? Yes. All right.
Wendy?
Wendy.
Is she there? Wendy.
She's muted.
You're muted.
Oh, that is Miss Wendy. Cool.
Miss Wendy, you're muted. It's funny when you tell them, I'm like, well.
Can you do it from there? We go.
Okay, sorry. You
No
muted me, so I didn't mute myself.
Oh, I did do that.
You know, there's not a lot I can say about either one of y'all that hasn't been said, except, you know, when you go through something like this and you bare your soul and everybody around you has so much love and compassion and high hopes, that says something about what y'all been doing for the last little bit of time. The thing that I wish for both of you is peace, because I think if you can find peace, the other stuff will work itself out. And the thing to look out for is, you know, people a lot of times get this thing in their head that they can't change their mind. If something stops working, because it will, change your mind and do something different. You don't always have to do the same thing. And I think a lot of people forget that. So John wanted to be here, but he's in Rome. So I have to read something that he sent for Barbara. It says, I'm very proud of you. I wish you nothing but the best of what life has to offer. My concern for you is yourself. Your intelligence sometimes it might get in the way of you being honest with yourself. Remember to think at least once a day about who you are, where you've been, and where you're going. Take pride in how far you have come. Have faith in how far you can go. Much love, John.
Thank you, John. Thank you, Wendy.
Okay. And I wish both of y'all the best. And, you know, stay connected. That's the thing. Stay connected.
Awesome. All right. Well, yeah.
What's don't go into the woods?
Nathan once shared his story, and he said that he found some peace in the woods, and he wanted to just go there and live in the woods and die like an animal in the woods. No, you're not going to any fucking woods.
Back here before you're going to the woods.
Is that like going to the hotel?
Probably.
That's your woods.
Probably gonna end the same way.
Even though the owl got wisdom, and they must have kicked some down to you.
All right. Well, Barb. I had the luxury of seeing Barb when she like first came in, and she always had that smile, even when she was one day sober. the rest of the community did not appreciate her smile. It wasn't as received as it is in here. I recall the rest of the community rolling their eyes as Barb would walk into the room because she would be spilling drinks and, you know, being clumsy and this and that. And, you know, people were not, you know, as it's just wild to see how the room can change, you know, how the environment can change as a result of you just continuing to put one foot in front of the other. You know, it's just wild to see how everyone had these amazing things to say when just a couple months ago she walked into a room and people were like, Jimmy, watch out for her. She's going to cause some disruption. And I'm like, it's okay, man. Everything's cool. You know? And to see you maintain that childlike curiosity is very, very important. You never have to lose that. You never have to lose that. You can always have that child. I have that. I feel like I have that. And I love that about me because it gives us the ability to continue to learn and improve ourselves and apply these new things that these people are teaching us. But that second part is what's important, is the application. And in this coin, I'm going to put continued curiosity to maintain that. But I'm also going to put application. I think that you benefit from so many people who have the wisdom to share with you their experience with applying, and there's other people out there who could benefit from your experience with applying. And I think the more you continue to apply, the more you can be that light for other people. And I hope that for you more than anything. Nathaniel, I wish I was there for creative. I wish I was there for the woods and all that stuff. But I will say that there was a moment you came and spoke to me, and you pulled me aside, and we had a great conversation. And that was what gave me insight to who you are. Man to man, everyone, like, you're a stand-up guy. You're a stand-up dude. And you want some stand-up answers, you know, and I hope you get those because that's your method of learning that seems to work. In addition to that, I think that you have so much love to give, and it's obvious and it's abundant, and that's what everyone has to say. And I think that the number one thing you can do with all that love to give is to save some for yourself and ensure that there is a part of all this love that you have that is 100% dedicated to you. Period. That has to be there. And that has to be nurtured. And that has to be continued. And you have what it takes to do that. So one thing I do want to express to you is my hope for you is to, in this coin, I'm going to put letting go of negativity. Just letting go of the thought that I need it. You don't. And whatever you think, there's things out there that are keeping us negative. We don't need that. And you don't need that because everyone's saying you can be sitting there with your head down like this and then all of a sudden crack a joke. I just think about how many people could benefit from your head being like this and then cracking the joke. You know, so keep your chin up because that gives you more openness and people get to benefit more from you. And that was a suggestion that somebody gave to me, was keep your chin up, Jimmy. And it took a while of constantly saying, catching myself with my head down and being like, keep your chin up, man. Keep your chin up.
So, you won't.
You know? Yeah, you like that, right?
Yeah. That's good. You got yourself.
And if I can change, you can change. You know? and that's what I'm gonna put in here. I'm gonna put in continued self-love, because you have to have the self-love to even step in these rooms and to graduate. And I'm also gonna put you to keep out for too much negativity. You don't want too much. You may need a little, because like I like horror movies. You know what I mean? I like listening to negative music and stuff like that, but that is not my life. And I don't know what it is that you got to let go of for whatever's keeping you back from being that full you. I don't know what you got to let go of. But
was that mine or his?
we're gonna not know. Wow. So, that being said, we're gonna rejuvenate some energy into these by having the families say what they have to say. And the families are gonna restore some hope into these homes.
I wonder if you pass them around if it fixes it.
Hey, who knows? I think that we'll go back to our belief class and talk about superstitions and stuff like that afterwards. But what I think we should do is we'll have the family say something, then we'll have them give the coins to you guys. You guys can say something about each other, and then we'll hand them off. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which one was that? Was it the one
I don't know.
I want the other one.
I mixed them up. You'll never know.
I don't see any dents in this one. Is it my turn?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I feel like I feel like I know a lot of you.
Who are you?
Just by association. I'm Dan.
Hey, Dave, I'm Daniel.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like I know a lot of you just by reputation, by association, and just I think you've all captured the essence of Barbara, of just bits and pieces as you go through this, and you're all talking about how she introduced herself to you, and usually what Barbara does is ask after your name, so what's your story?
Right.
That's the way it comes out. Is what's your story, and it, some people can take offense to that, if it's expressed the wrong way. But it's not. You can't get bad at Barbara, for this. And I've had a front row seat for Barbara's journey, and there is a story behind this hotel thing, So you'll know it was meant to avoid a trigger, which. The hotel room turns out to be the bigger trigger, and it's presumptuous of me because I don't know really any of you, and I'm just hearing some of your stories here, but you're talking about things to put in here, and the things I would say to Barbara or any of you, again, being presumptuous is, you talked about endurance. I'd say perseverance. Another way of saying that. And the thing to avoid from just being in this group here is avoid isolation, and the dangers of isolation, and letting your head get into things that go on in your life. And I'm not sure exactly why, but I feel like I should just cite a biblical reference, since I've already heard a couple of biblical references here of Matthew and some Psalms, I think, as well. And my middle name is Jacob. And if you know the story of Jacob in the Bible, sometimes you got to wrestle with God.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just what it comes down to. Because if you know the story of Jacob in his sleep, he wakes up and he's wrestling with someone. And he won't let that person go until he blesses him. And that person is often interpreted as being God or an angel. So I would say sometimes you just got to wrestle with God. Until he blesses you. All right. And that's, you're all talking about the struggle and the perseverance and those kinds of things, but I think you've all been so good for her and in the journey, and it's been a healing process, I think, for her, and what you probably don't know about Barbara, but you can probably imagine it, is this network of people that she has in here. she has as big a network outside of this, of friends and family and people that care about her and cherish her. And I would wish the same thing for all of you, the same kind of thing. So what do we do with this now?
Don't drop it.
Don't drop it. You just hang on to it. We'll let Nathaniel's parents go, and then we'll do a switch off.
I'm Gene. I'm Nathaniel's dad.
Hey, Gene. Hey, Gene.
Hey. Yeah, these people know you pretty good. Sounds like. Big heart. You've always had that big heart and cared about everybody. You've always been respectful of us, even during your hard times, and I appreciate it. So, humor, you always have us laughing, and if you've never heard Mama and Forrest, you missed out. They get to going, but every time we try to film you both just
You're in headlights.
So I wanted to tell you I'm so proud of you. I've always been proud of you. I've been frustrated at times. I've hurt because of what you've gone through. But I've always loved you and I've always been proud of you. And I want you to know that we know that you've been through a lot of pain. And we know what some of that is. We don't know all of it, but we know what some of it is. And I want you to remember that none of that has diminished you as a person at all. You're still that wonderful person who has so many good things ahead of you in life. And I'm so proud of you and I always will be. Love, guys.
I love it.
So
That's where I get my heart from.
You can let it out. We cry in here. You can do it.
Yeah, you're safe.
Well, I can tell you that this was an answered prayer for years for us. I thank God for every one of you that have contributed to helping his recovery, the encouragement that he has gotten. I'm so proud of you for, they always say, well, a person has to hit rock bottom, and I guess you finally did. But in God's time, and God knew, he did have his hand. Sometimes it's hard for us to see that he's there with us, but he was always there and will continue to be. And we will be there for you and helping you in any way we can. We're just so proud of you for taking that big step and saying, okay, I can't do this by myself anymore. I need some help. And that was a huge step for you. And you deserve this. This has been hard work. And we're really so proud of you. Can't even tell you. I'm thankful I have my son because we came close to not having him. So, very thankful. Love you too.
Wow. Yeah, Nathaniel, you can share. Do whatever you want, man. Yeah, but you can. Yeah, you can take that. You share for Barb. Barb, you take that. You share for Nathaniel. Then we'll switch, and you guys can.
So I can touch it.
Yeah, you can take it.
It's yours now.
No, that's Nathaniel's, and that is Barb. You see what I'm saying?
So this
Does that
is
make
the
sense
one
now?
Barbara, I got you, Barbara. It's all good. Paper, rock, scissors. Who goes first?
Rock, scissors.
Yeah, see who goes first.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Go ahead, Nathaniel.
Tomato, onion, paste.
Gentleman first.
Yeah, so you're so beautiful, man. I remember coming in and I'm just feeling a certain type of way, and like everybody's right, like your face just lights up, like I don't know when you walk in a room, like Jenny was saying, like, you selling stuff, selling drink and stuff. But it's cool because, like, you know, it just kind of symbolizes to me, like, or, you know, what you do in one area, you do in many. And, like, you know, that I hope you do that in your recovery, too. Like, when you spill, like, it's just something. You mess it, you know, clean it up, smile the whole time. It is what it is, throw it in the past, you know what I mean? And I appreciate you being there for me, and, you know, like, the hug's priceless. Like, before I came here, I didn't want people to touch me and look at me. I was just such a hard shell. And, anyways, it's just, and like all you guys have just brought me out of such a dark place. It's unreal. And, yeah, just, you know, stay at it. I'm here. I'm your accountability buddy. You know what I mean? I'll try to be here Monday nights when I can, because I know you come down one too. But thank you for everything you've done for me too. I love you. You deserve it. You deserve good things, girl. There's so much I could say, but I'm just like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that smile and that hug is priceless. You can charge for it. Oh, and I guess I should say, I'll go ahead and do this. We usually speech and end or whatever, but yeah. So the woods, for the people that didn't know, like, my life was like. Then I was like, wow, life sucks this bad. What are drugs like? Then I wanted to see what the drugs were like, and I just did a lot of soul searching. I lived in the woods for a while, ate out of dumpsters, fucking. And my trust in people was just gone. Like, people were just shit, as far as I knew. Like, everybody I trusted would turn. The people that I did trust and love died or just went away. Nobody in my life was consistent. The only consistent I had was my parents, and it was hard to carry, like, things just being torn out of my life and the mistakes I was making. And, like, I just wanted them to be happy. I wanted their work to be for something. So I was just like, fuck it. I just went and lived in the woods for a while. I had to figure something out. And when I came here, it was like, I like to take the credit of, like, getting out of my shell, but before that creative caseload, it was like, I feel like I wasn't making progress, and like, I've got to give that glory to God, when, you know, give credit where it's due. Like, I prayed that night, I prayed the night before, and I was just like, you know, I really want to feel better, and me opening up had a lot to do with each and every one of y'all, like, straight up, like, it's hard for me to trust, and like, that point, like, I prayed that night, and that morning, it was like, I woke up, like, able to just, whatever, like, I just went through my day and things were just happening. I was able to talk more, I was able to share, and it was like, it was beautiful, beautiful, because I try to tell people all the time, and it's like, I can't ever remember, and it's cool, because I'm like, y'all were there this time, I don't have to tell you. Like seriously, like, it's been so hard to trust people, and I just thank y'all so much for, you know, just being there, you know, it's all the little things, y'all know how it is, it's like, even if it's just a look, or a smile, or a gentle pat on the back, or just something, like, just giving a shit about people next to you, like, really does a lot for what's around you, you know. So thank you all, love you all.
Love you, man.
That was so nice, dude. You just hang on to that coin, man. You just keep on that, and Barb, you keep on that, and tell us what's up. Yeah.
Wrap us up, Barb.
Okie dokie, Smokey. Oh, Nathaniel. Goodness gracious, you are the sweetest thing. You are the sweetest thing. I'm so glad that I've been a part of your life through this, and that you've been a part of my life, and that you brought your mommy and daddy. Mom and Jean. My mother's name was Jean, but with a J. Jean with a G. That's really neat. What can I say? Hugs, yes. And when I see you, it's not just good morning. It has to be greeted with a hug. And after this, I know we're gonna get the receiving line, and we all want to go by and get that hug, please. And will we see you at night?
Hopefully.
Monday nights, maybe?
God willing, and creek don't rise.
Okay. Well, the only thing I'm disappointed in, though, is that you did not bring your guitar today and play a song for me, or us. Us.
I'll be back.
But I think you're wonderful. Heart, love, 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 love. Wow. It's just, I see that heart just beating, the big red right there, all the time, just for love. And take it with you. Use it for you, use it for everyone else, use it for your mom and Jean, and we're gonna miss you. I didn't know you were graduating today.
Got you.
So I'm losing everybody here, and
You're not losing.
I was thinking that too, but yeah, no.
Okay, so wow. I guess I say the other part.
Yeah.
My head is spinning. I mean, my head's always spinning, but
I'm the same way.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
hard to think. There's just like the past like time we've been here is just like.
Well, obviously by my track record, it's obvious I didn't want to leave. I still don't want to leave, but I gotta leave. Southeast said, you gotta go, you gotta get out there and do it on your own, and you know, I guess I don't want my money anymore, but I'm glad I stayed on, because I got to know a lot of the newer people too, and I'm glad I got to know each and every one of you. What a journey. It's been a beautiful journey. It really has, and it's been a beautiful class, group, and Jimmy, gosh, I wouldn't miss a single word. I mean, I no matter how bad I gotta go to the bathroom, I'll wait till that break, because I don't wanna miss a word you say, or that anybody says for that matter, because everyone always has something just wonderful. And thank you all for your kind words. I'm glad you kept the not kind ones to yourself. But no, I really appreciate it, and thank you. And thank you, Nathaniel. Thank you for everything, and just your heart. And thank you too.
You're welcome, sweetie.
Love you, Bart.
Yeah. Well, all right, folks, congratulations. Let's take a brief break and we'll come back and get rocking and rolling. Great work, everybody.
You are a good Farrell. We'll rough around.